All right, for more on this Game 7 win, Kendrick Perkins joins the show. And Perk, the Warriors, they really showed that championship DNA closing out this Game 7. What was the key for them in this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an impressive series all across the board. You talk about a brawl for it all. But when you look at Golden State and people think of Golden State, they think of offense because you had the greatest shooter that God has ever created. And you think about the Splash Brothers, but they forget about the other side of the basketball and them what they do on the defensive side of things, which helped them win championships. They lock down when they want to, especially Steph Curry. Tonight was one of those nights where I'll go back to the last championship against the Boston Celtics where in the NBA Finals, he was sliding his feet, doing all the little things when he was struggling to score in that first half. That's leadership. And then all of a sudden, there was a ripple effect. We saw Pajemski. He was getting in there, getting dirty. We know what Draymond and Jimmy are going to bring to the table. All of a sudden, Buddy Hield comes up with a block. So, again, the defensive side of things was huge tonight for the Golden State Warriors, holding the Rockets to 89 points.
Yeah, for sure, the defensive side, but you mentioned a couple guys there, and Steph, who just had 3 at the half and finished with 22, and then Buddy going off in the first half. Perk, how big is that for this team moving forward? They've got the defense that you want right now, but offensively, when Buddy Hield is able to kind of pick up the pieces if Steph is having an off night.
Well, it's going to be huge, especially going against Minnesota, because everybody was wondering who's going to be that third guy to step up, for scoring-wise, right? We thought it was going to be Jonathan Kuminga, but they need to sit him down for the rest of the playoffs because mentally he's not there. But Buddy Hield tonight, especially in that first half, was huge for them. But that's what leadership does, right? It rubs off on guys. And so we're watching a guy play with confidence. We're watching a coach believe in them. Steph trusts him. Draymond Green trusts him. And I thought when you get that production from those role players like a Buddy Hield, I thought bringing in Kevon Looney tonight was huge for Golden State. Big minutes from him. We know he has that championship pedigree. It's going to be huge for them going down the line. They're going to need that because Steph and Jimmy, they're going to draw so much attention. You're going to need somebody to step up and take that pressure off of those guys offensively.
Definitely was Buddy Hield tonight with those 33 points. When you see him going down like that from the outside, everybody was looking confident out there. On the other side of the things, this Rockets team, they've got a great coach. They've got young talent. What do they need to look for moving forward?
They need a closer. And I tried to defend Jalen Green. I mean, look, I think his future is bright. It just don't need to be with the Rockets, right? And they have a lot of attractive pieces. If I'm the Rockets, I got to address the issue of shooting and a closer. And I'm going after Kevin Durant. I'll package up Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, and Jabari Smith and some draft picks and go out and get KD. Not Giannis, but Kevin Durant. And you pair him alongside Amon Thompson, Şengün with Fred VanVleet. You keep Big Steven Adams, and now you rocking with something. They just didn't have enough offensive firepower tonight, especially when the Warriors locked in on Fred VanVleet, who had been, giving them that work over the last 3 games.
NBA,